Hey guys, welcome back to the Wild Wrestling channel. I am your host, Seth. I've been gone for a couple days, haven't posted a new video, but been busy with school and stuff, but I'm back here, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my AEW 2025 All-In Texas Max Card predictions, so let's hop right into the video. Play the intro. I am going in no particular order, and to be honest, most of these matches probably won't happen, but I really just wanted to squeeze in a lot of people on the card, and yeah, I just thought of a lot of different people, so some of these matches might seem a little crazy, but that's all I'm just going to say to you guys. First up, I'm going to keep it light. We're a small rivalry that's really going to brew into a match, in my opinion, at probably All in Texas, and that is Nick Wayne versus Christian Cage. I personally think this has the ability to become a rivalry worthy of All In, especially because they've been linked together for so long. This will be a really big fallout. It is hard, though. It is just hard to put matches on here, in my opinion. This is one of them that I just think over time this has the ability to be on All in Texas, but this is one of the matches that I think isn't unlikely not to happen. It's just it's not highly, but it's unlikely that it will happen at All in Texas, but I'm going to believe that it can, and I think this would be barn burner of a match, really boost Nick Wayne up a level to challenge for more AEW titles in the future and finally get to break out as a single star and finally get away from Christian Cage, who has been almost holding him captive for the last couple years. Next up, I knew I had to throw the TNT title on there, and right now, remember, this is before Double or Nothing, so this is before even any feuds for All In even start. So based on the division that we're given right now, that's what I'm trying to pick it out from. I don't know what it's going to change after Double or Nothing, if something else could pop up, but from right now, I was going to have Adam Cole walk in and defend the title against Nigel McGuinness. Nigel McGuinness made his return last year at All In London, and I think that he might be getting back into the ring against FTR with Daniel Garcia, and I feel like he actually, after this match, he could become a strong advocate to face Adam Cole. So I definitely think this match is possible. Is it likely, though? Probably not. But like I said, a lot of these, I'm just trying to use what I'm given right now. And right now, he's one of the main players on Collision that I actually think is a shot of facing Adam Cole at All In. Next up, we have Toni Storm, who's going to be the AEW Women's World Champion, and who I think is going to win the Owen Hart Cup, Jamie Hayter. I think that she will walk in at All In, and you'll see why I'm not picking Mercedes Moné later in the video. I think she's going to walk in, challenge Toni Storm. They should have a pretty good match. They've had a rivalry in the past back in 2022. And this would be really interesting between the two to see what happens, as, like I said, the rivalry in 2022, but it feels like they're completely different people now. But I just think that based on the two options we're given, it was hard for me to put Mercedes with Toni just because there's two big players, and I just feel like they really need to have their own separate matches, especially with Mercedes as TBS champ. They really need to be separate, in my opinion, on this card to really get another women's match on there. But I think Jamie Hayter definitely has the possibility to challenge her because, Megan Bayne was able to do it, and she just kind of came out of nowhere. So I think if Jamie Hayter kind of comes out of nowhere, they can make a rivalry from their past rivalries and have this match at All In. Next up, we have MJF versus Bobby Lashley. I think that based on what happened back at Dynamite this past week at Dynamite Beach Break, with MJF getting accepted into the Hurt Syndicate. I always get that mixed up. I think that he will be in the group for a little bit of time, and then possibly either he gets kicked out or could get replaced with a Cedric Alexander maybe. But I definitely think, I don't know if he's going to last in the group very long, and I think because of this, we're going to get a feud between Bobby and MJF, which you have seen in the lead up to Bobby giving the thumbs up, and I think this feud will culminate at All In when they can have a singles match between each other and really see and really see who comes out on top. Next up, I think, just like last year, we're going to have a casino gauntlet match on the card, just like how I think this is a way to give more prestige to All In as putting on the card a casino gauntlet match every year. Because like we saw with Christian Cage, when the winner wins that contract to become the next world champ, I think it's really cool to have it on All In, because then it's like every year you're always waiting to see who can possibly win this contract and possibly be the next world champion. I think based on who I'm putting on this card, I feel like this could have people like Ricochet, Hangman, maybe some surprises. But I feel like everyone who's not really on the card that I'm giving, I feel like a lot of them will just appear in here trying to win that contract to challenge for a world title. And also, like I was saying, it's a good way to get people on the All-In card, just because everyone wants to have that spot, but if you can't get them on in a singles match or a big rivalry match, then this is a good way to do it just by putting them in the casino gauntlet. So I definitely think this will happen. Last year's was awesome, getting all those returns and debuts, and we might get some this year if they put this on the card. Next up is a tricky one, but I'm more doing it based on what I thought might have happened at the end of Beach Break. But I don't know if he's done with Mount Everest yet. Depends on when he gets back. But I think if Darby Allin is back from Mount Everest in time, I think he could face someone like Claudio Castagnoli just because of his feud with the Death Riders. I know we really should be putting him in a higher position, but if Jon Moxley's walking in as the champ and if he's not in the Owen, then I just feel like if he at least could face someone from the Death Riders, it would be a win in my opinion, just for him to really get his hands on someone. And Claudio's like the next big thing, and he's had a big rivalry with Claudio in this whole thing too, so I definitely think a payoff match between them would be awesome. Maybe at a stipulation, you never know, maybe like a coffin match or just like a no holds barred, because it might actually be the better thing to do due to they can do a good match, but if you really want to elevate it to All In, you might want to put some big stipulation on it to really bring it up to that All In standard, which would be an awesome match if they threw in a violent stipulation. Next up, because I really wanted to put Swerve on the card, but I also wanted this to be the end of his rivalry with the Young Bucks, but he needs a tag partner. And who would that be, in my opinion? I think that would be Samoa Joe. After what happened at Beach Break, them closing the door with the Death Riders and beating the hell out of Joe and Kenny Omega, I definitely think Joe would have a reason to want to get one up on the Young Bucks. So I think if him and Swerve teamed up to take on the Young Bucks, that would be an awesome match. Put some big names on the card and really wreak some havoc. And next up, just a quick acknowledgement for the tag titles. I think that if we get this MJF and Bobby Lashley feud, I think it's possible we see MJF cost them the titles. And we see the Sons of Texas, in my opinion, pick up the titles in a match. And I think at All In, they would take on the Outrunners and have a great match with them. And I think this would be a feel-good moment for the Outrunners to win the tag titles at a stage like All In Texas. Get a crazy pop and just, like I said, just have a feel-good moment for them to win the tag titles at All In. Next up, we have Athena versus Mercedes Moné for the TBS title. They had a great match in the Owen Hart Women's Tournament, and I think that maybe we see Athena either cost Mercedes Moné, or even if Mercedes Moné loses, which I know people say it's highly unlikely, but I just really don't want to see the TBS champion and the AEW Women's World Champion in one match. I want the titles separate. So if we get the separate, I really think Athena would be the person to challenge Mercedes Moné. She's the best women's wrestler in Ring of Honor, in my opinion. She's held the title for so long, and I think she definitely deserves to kind of move up to AEW a little bit, win some gold there. I'm not saying she would win, but I'm saying it'd be cool for her to get the challenge Mercedes Moné on this big of a stage, and it'd be an interesting rivalry because they had like a quick little feud leading up to their match in the Owen Hart Cup, and I feel like they could just continue that here in the lead up to All In. Next up, we have Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada. I believe, like a lot of other people believe, this will probably be the unification of the international title and the continental title. Should be just an amazing match. One of their great classic New Japan matches. I think they will have I think it'll just be so good will probably be a contender for match of the night. I really hope it's what we all want between them, because they're both just such good wrestlers. It'll be so full circle in AEW, and on a big stage like All In, don't know who would win, but I agree that this would be a unification match, and it's more just about this match. Like, it's more just the feud leading up to it over all these years, the match, like, and everything that's going on just proves that, like we all just want this entire feud between the Elite and, like, AEW and stuff like that. We've just been waiting for Okada and Omega to somehow get their match. And finally, the main event, Will Ospreay versus Jon Moxley for the AEW World title. I think Will Ospreay is going to win the Owen Cup at Double or Nothing and go on to All In to challenge Jon Moxley for the title. This would be such an epic encounter between the two. Will Ospreay is such a good wrestler, and Jon's the perfect heel right now. I just think this encounter would be really good. They're just both, they're both capable of putting on a great match, because Will Ospreay brings, technical, amazing masterpiece match, and then Jon Moxley will just bring the violent side that will really make this so memorable and such a good main event. I think this is where Will Ospreay would be able to get it done, too, finally win the world title, because I think for a lot of people, this is where Jon Moxley could finally be dethroned, and then at that point, it would just be everyone chasing the Death Riders out of AEW, and just the fall of them as Will Ospreay would now sit atop AEW, and that would be awesome. And this match would be one hell of a way to close out All in Texas. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and turn on that bell so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.